Wow. That song just gets me going. And I'm your host today, Joy Willett, and welcome to the Fab Show. And I'm so excited because today we have some amazing guests who are going to be sharing their favorite and best summertime memories, past, present, and maybe even future. So are you ready? Let's talk. Well, hello to my amazing guests. And we have a really wonderful and very cool show today. I'm so excited to have you share with us. But first, I'm going to go around and I'm going to ask you to say your name and where you're beaming in from today. Renee, let's start with you first.
I'm Renee Reisch, and I am beaming in from Southern California.
Ah, I know the place well, Renee. So am I. Yay. Cynthia, how about you, dear?
Hi, I'm Cynthia Bellini, and I'm in Eagle, Colorado.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Cheryl?
I'm Cheryl Meyer, and I'm in Sedona, Arizona.
Wow, we've got some incredible places here that you're beaming in from. Bodie, how about you?
I am Bodie Campagna, and I'm beaming in from San Diego, America's finest city.
Oh, wow. Well, gosh, so many beautiful places you all are in. And we're going to be talking today about your favorite summertime memories. And, summertime is that time of year where we get to really take that time to relax, to enjoy life, to share something with our kids, grandkids, or maybe even our dog for a hike. And so let's start with somebody. Let's start with somebody here and let's talk.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Meyer, and I've been having glimmers of joy all week long thinking about some of the holidays that I've been able to take over the summers of my life. A couple of highlights. I got to pickle in a pool at a swim club when I was a little kid in Pennsylvania all summer long and play with my friends. I got to go to Big Sur, where Highway 1 actually ended when it was originally being built. There was a little farmhouse there. He started building cabins. It's still there and it's magical. Under all the redwood trees and right across the street are the incredible cliffs of the California coast. And there's a little stream river that runs through it and an organic restaurant on the property. Or going to France with my husband and visiting Da Vinci's house where he finished the Mona Lisa, where he was supported by the king who lived in the castle at the top of the hill, who had a secret tunnel that he came down to eat in the kitchen with Da Vinci every morning so that they could have robust conversations. And he was a vegetarian, and this house was adorable. And the Mona Lisa is at the Louvre because it was finished in France and not in Italy. So come enjoy the stories, come enjoy the moments of happiness that all of these holidays have created in my life, and I'll see you there.
Wow. Gosh, Cheryl, that makes me want to get my passport and just start traveling somewhere. How incredible is that? So what I'd like to do is have you share a little bit more and also, why are these memories so important? What did you learn from them about yourself?
Well, these memories are important because as I was thinking about, and I have had many fabulous holidays, I'm very blessed, very grateful. But little videos have been playing in my mind where people actually came alive that are here and not here, but I could actually sort of see them from a distance as I was remembering the holiday, which was lovely because those glimmers brought this incredible glow into me that I would sit with and enjoy. And all week long, I was seeing these little videos run in my head. And whether the vacation has been close, we now try to do some summer vacations by actually going and staying in one of the amazing places here in Sedona and then enjoying it like a tourist. or whether they've been far away, like going to France or going to England or going to Italy. I traveled a lot in my business, but that was all to Asia. So holidays, I tend to go the other direction. And the people who I did them with are what brought me the glimmer and the joy.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. That is so important. And I just want you to share you're about to create another new memory, because it's not just about the past memories with our loved ones or the present ones, but you're about to create a new memory. Tell us all a little bit about that.
We're going into Oak Creek Canyon, which is up the mountain from where Sedona is. Sedona's drop dead gorgeous unto itself, but Oak Creek Canyon is very green, lots of trees, and there is a creek that goes through it. And we found the very first hotel that was built. And so we've booked 3 nights there for my husband's birthday. So we're going up the canyon, and we're going to be staying right close to the creek for 3 magical days with no internet. We will be completely unplugged. We're going to do reading. We're going to do great conversations. We get to go into Sedona for dinner each night, but they're going to bring breakfast to our room each day. It's going to be fabulous, and I am really looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness. And I love that part. Thank you for sharing, Cheryl. I love that part that you're unplugging too. That's kind of something that some of our audience might even consider or even do. Like, say you go camping up in the mountains somewhere, right? And you're completely unplugged. You have no reception. You have nothing else to do but just really be fully in the moment. And I'm going to go into our next guest video here, and then we can talk a little more about that.
Hi there, my name is Cynthia Bellini, and I'm delighted to be here to talk about summer. Summer was a special time in my life. Growing up on a lake in the mountains of the Adirondacks, I carried that forward when I raised 5 children, having summer free and light and joyous. And now, even in the summertime, in the mountains of Colorado, exploration of hiking and swimming and spending time at concerts. I'm really delighted to talk about it. Thank you.
Ah, love those memories, Miss Cynthia. And I'm going to have you come on and share a little bit too here with everyone about all of those beautiful places and spaces. And what did you get from being able to do that?
I was really gifted as a child into my adult years. My grandparents had an old inn in the Adirondack Mountains in Upper New York State. And so as a child, I would wander through the inn while the people were having breakfast and just staying there or boating on the lake. And unfortunately, the inn had termites, and my grandfather couldn't save it, so they had to tear it down.
Mm-hmm.
And he built a lake house next to the inn. And that's where I spent all my childhood and into my adult years, even with my 3 daughters. And it became my foundation in life. Growing up in nature, canoeing, swimming, it was and still is part of my inner direction. And I am so grateful to have experienced that, because I've carried it forward, not only for myself, but for my family. I have 5 children, and they're very much into nature and hiking and skiing and camping, and living in Colorado has offered them a wonderful experience along with us coming together as family. And we are planning on going to Steamboat Lake, which is an hour north of Steamboat, and camping and canoeing and paddleboarding and hiking. And I hope everything goes smoothly, because we unfortunately have had several forest fires in Colorado. And it's not been a truly normal summer. We haven't had the blue sky, we've had winds, we've had grayness, but we all pray that everything will get better.
Oh,
And yeah, so that's where everything is at the moment. And I am just grateful to have summer, to explore, to see the eagles and the other birds in the trees and the little ponds in our streams, which are still running with water. And it's just been a very blissful, thankful time in my life. And I'm
oh,
able to carry that forward.
I love that
And
you're able to give that
yeah,
experience that you grew up with, that was so ingrained in your heart and soul in the
yes,
Adirondacks, and then carried that in, because I know you live in Colorado, and
yes,
I know the beauty of Colorado, and even through the fires, even if there's smoke coming in, and we're resourceful, and we all take what we can, right? That you're still going out and going to enjoy that with your family. And
yes.
before the end of summer, because the end of summer is happening for the school kids, guys. A lot of the states are starting school next week, if you can believe it, which it never did before, did it? We used to go until Labor Day. But Cynthia, that is a
Yeah,
beautiful. I mean, everyone has something that you're going to be sharing here that you've been able to share with, that was shared with you, and now you share with others. So it really is about a legacy, isn't it? And with that, we're going to hear something beautiful here too.
In the quiet moments, when the sun begins to rise, we find the strength within us. In the stories of our lives, not in gold or glory, but in hearts we've touched with grace, in the love we share with others, in each kind and gentle face. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. Through the trials and the triumphs, in the battles that we fight, it's the courage and the kindness that will always shine so bright. In the lessons that we teach and the dreams that we inspire, in the way we lift each other higher and higher. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. In the final song you sung, and the curtains drawing near, it's the moments filled with love that will echo year to year. In the footprints on the path that guide the lost and blind, your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held, the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you've sparked in others, in the stories that are told. So let's live with open hearts and give with all our might, for the legacy we leave is a beacon in the night, in the echoes of our actions, in the whispers of the wind. Our legacy of love is where it all begins. Our legacy of love is where it all
Your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind.
Oh my goodness, that always gets me. And what an incredible song to share here while we're talking about our memories and of, like you were saying, Cheryl, even thinking about the memories of summer, you're envisioning and hearing and seeing the people who are no longer here with you in those times, right? So
They'll
beautiful.
always be in my heart.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as Cynthia was talking, I'm sure, your family, Cynthia, and the beautiful inn, and those memories, they are etched onto our hearts, aren't they? They really, really are. Gosh, yeah. It's summertime is that time where we actually set aside time with our loved ones, whether we're camping with our kids in the backyard, right? Or taking them on a special trip. So let's keep going here and see what else. Yeah. Kim's just saying, yeah, it's amazing to think kids in Southern California are going back to school so early this week. And so we have to keep those lazy, hazy days of summer, even after the kids come home from school, to keep enjoying and making those memories. So let's listen into this next beautiful video from one of our guests.
Growing up, Magnum PI was one of my very favorite shows because I thought Tom Selleck was so cute, and I always dreamed of going to Hawaii and meeting him in person one day. Well, that never happened, but in 1988, I had the opportunity to go to Hawaii and spend 19 days on Maui, Oahu, and Kauai. We took the road to Hana and also visited Haleakala, and it soon became my very favorite island. Once I had sons, we started going to Maui for our vacations and got a membership at the Grand Wailea. They loved hanging out at the beach and going down the water slides and eating Dippin' Dots for lunch every day. So that truly became a very treasured memory for the family over the years. The other fun thing I love is that I am a Leo girl who's born on August 5th. So I celebrate for the entire month like most Leo girls do. And that's why I love summer memories, because that's my favorite time of the year.
Oh, wow. Wowie, Maui, Bodie. Let's bring you over here into the spotlight to share your one moment. I am just waiting for something to shift here. Oh, please. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, what an incredible place to create a legacy of love. Tell us a little more.
Well, I will tell you the reason Maui is so important to me and Hawaii as a whole is I got to go there for the first time, as I mentioned, in 1988. And while I was there, I started losing my memory. And it was the last place I vacationed before discovering I needed brain surgery at 21 when I returned home. So I had to go in and have a 10-hour craniotomy for an AVM similar to an aneurysm. And I was so thrilled. I came through the surgery unscathed. I was very blessed. And I got to return to Oahu. I went back for a wedding the following month. So I recovered very quickly. Surgery was December 5th. I was back on vacation for a wedding in January, and it just became a very treasured place of restoration, and renewal for me, because it's something where when you have those special memories, that was the last place of going to travel. And so I started taking our sons there, and it was a special memory. Every year we would go out there, we went parasailing, and we stayed in Minch at the Grand Wailea. And it just became something that every summer hustle and work through the whole year and the kids are at school, then we're like, hey, we get to have our respite in Maui. So it was a very special time for me. And it's always going to be a place I treasure in my heart, because that was where I recovered and renewed after, like I said, a very difficult time. So that's why I feel very blessed to call the Maui my second home.
My goodness. Okay, well, one moment. Had to do it, you know. So, wow. So that's an even deeper layer of why it's so important, because it's connected, as you said, your last memory before that were imprinted, because these heartfelt times are very much imprinted in our memories, aren't they? And you went through all of that, and that was where you went for your renewal, rejuvenation, and to continue that. That's so beautiful, Bodie. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel very blessed, and I've made so many friends there. And whenever I go back, I'm like Norm at Cheers, like, Bodie, do you want your drink or your massage? And so I became friends with a lot of people. I've never met a stranger. I talk to everybody in the grocery store wherever I go. So it's just become a very special place for me.
Oh, well, I'm sure you add a beautiful charisma to that beautiful island with your energy and your presence also.
Oh,
So,
thank
yay.
you, Joy. And I also, like I said, I'm a Leo girl. So my funnest memory about that is that I had a 30th surprise party, which was hard for anyone to pull off because I just turned 58. But I just had a 30th surprise party back in 97. And it was very hard for people to pull off, because I know every bit of every detail. When I walked in, and all of my friends from years from high school, and it was an amazing opportunity to have everybody there all at one time to honor me. So I felt very honored and celebrated as a Leo girl. So when I have my big Leo here, so
it's lovely. Oh gosh, well, how wonderful. And we're going to come back in here, and we have another wonderful person to also share her memories. So we're going to listen to her memories now, and then get this conversation and this party started.
Hi, my name is Renee Reisch, and recalling summertime memories is important to me because it brings me back to a time of less stress, more relaxation, fun in the sun, less worry, just a deep breath, a sigh. Years ago, as a young girl, it was with my family, and as I got older, it was with my best friend, who's now my angel, watching over from heaven. So, summertime memories, it's something that I will always cherish and bring with me wherever I go. I hope for those watching and enjoying summer that you are enjoying your time with your family and your friends, and taking a deep breath and relaxing.
You know, Renee, when I saw that, it's like, hello, where are the tissues?
Right here, Joy.
Wow. Oh, okay. I don't need to share them with you right now. Oh, everyone's got them. That is so incredibly beautiful. And so I'm going to bring you over here and spotlight you to tell us a little more, because I know you don't have a bunch of kids, let's just say that, taking on trips or creating. So tell us about how you celebrate and all of these beautiful memories, and that really important part about that you said, it's a time to take a deep breath, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that, darling.
Oh, thank you, Joy. It really is a time to come home to yourself and take that deep breath, because when you're on a vacation, when you're with your loved ones, or taking a break from life, the hustle and bustle, you get to finally come home to you and just take that sigh, take that deep breath, where you're not answering to anybody, but you're doing you, and you're answering to you. You're being you.
Hold one moment. This is so important. This is so important, isn't it?
It really is, because so often in our daily lives, the calls and the Zoom calls, the phone calls, the to-do list. But what about the to-be list?
Oh, yeah.
Where does that come in?
I know. Yeah.
Because in the doing, we don't often take the time to become. We're always focused on the next thing, next thing, the next thing. But when we take that time and we take that deep breath and we can really center ourselves and just relax and just become and be ourselves, it makes all the difference in the world. You're not answering to anybody. You're being you. And that's the best part of all of this.
And you shared in your video here about doing some of your favorite summertime vacations or creating them with your best friend who's no longer here.
Yeah. She is definitely was and is and always will be. So past, present, future, a part of my life, because I strongly believe she's still here with me, with us. And we all have our angel guides, and whether you're spiritual or not, they're there. And it's about tapping into you and to listening. So sometimes our inner voice is things that happen, the voice that we can hear when we quiet it down, we quiet the doing, so we can listen in with the two of these. And the one of these, we're not speaking so much, we're listening more. And I want to say something, Stephen, I know is on here. Thank you, Tamara. And part of my summertime memories is in Siesta Key in Sarasota, Florida. And that was as a little girl growing up. And I love the graphics, the videos that you put together with all our words that left a poignant impression upon me personally. And I know for each of us who got to watch this and those who will get to see it. It really was. It was going to Siesta Key, walking on the quartz sand, which never gets hot, no matter how hot it is. It's the white quartz, cool sand between your toes, and the fun in the sun, being on the beach, not a care in the world. You're just living. You're being present, and it really makes a big difference. And something about this whole this show right now that we're doing, Summertime Memories. Those memories, they give us that time to reflect anytime we want. We can call them back in. If you're having a rough day, if you're having a tough minute, you can think about something pleasant, something that's going to make you come back to you, like a grounding thing. And we can use those times, whether it was a joke that your friend told you, or a dinner you had last night with your friend, or the vacation that you were on. It's some of those memories. We're living in the present, but the memories we can bring to our present to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Renee. And that's so important, because that's what memories are, aren't they? And we have our memories from the past. We have our memories we're creating now. And then also, for those of you who are watching this show, and for everyone here on the show, we've already got things that we're thinking about. What could we be really doing to create those legacies and that time together where we feel connected? It's about connecting, whether it's to nature, right? To our loved ones. And what else? Who wants to jump in here? Let's have a little tag team. Who wants to go next? Cynthia? I feel like you've got a thought. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Right, Joy. Yeah.
Yes.
I have 8 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren, and all of them live in Colorado. So it's really important for me, as their grandmother, great-grandmother, I'm known as Nona, to be present for them, to spend time with them, because time goes so quickly. And I'm a kind of a planner. I like to put things out, suggest things, and then see how everything falls into place with everybody. And I think right now, in this time in my life, it is about family. And it's about spending more time with them, laughing and doing whatever we choose to do together, because they have their life too, and as well as I do. So it's balance between spending time with family and spending time with myself, creating what I want to create and enjoying each moment. And that's what it is. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it's about that time of really, and again, a lot of our memories are with those who have other schedules. So even just taking that time, right, to come together. Something's going on here. I'm seeing a lot of purple hearts. So hold, please. And for those in our audience and for our wonderful guests here, we have a Purple Hearts Club where we remember those who are no longer with us, and we remember them with love, especially during the fabulous show. So Cheryl, what's on your heart and mind right now? I feel something bubbling up from you. What are you? Something's going on there, girl. So what
I
can
was
you
just
share?
giggling because when I lived in Pennsylvania and we were going to move to California, we suddenly realized we hadn't seen all the things that tourists came to Pennsylvania to see. We'd never been to see the Declaration of Independence and Independence Hall. We hadn't been to the Pocono Mountains. So suddenly we're trying to dash around and do all those things. That never left me. So not only do I like to take distance vacations, but I love to play tourist where I live so that I can experience what people who are coming from far away into my area are experiencing. And so John's birthday, my husband, has been to find local things to do that bring us great pleasure. And it's been a hoot. So you don't have to spend a lot of money and go someplace far away to make memories with whoever you're with that you love. You can do it locally or far away. They both bring them close to your heart.
Absolutely. And that's what I wanted to get the conversation going too, because we can be able to go to beautiful places, Bodie like Maui and Cynthia into the mountains and Cheryl to France and Renee to Florida. But what about those folks that maybe don't have the time or the money to make those big trips? What can they be doing? Let's talk about some thoughts. What can we just do in our own backyards or neighborhoods? Bodie, I'm feeling you. Yes, ma'am.
Well, kind of similar to what Cynthia shared. I had the opportunity to be, and when you mentioned in the backyard, I attended an 80th surprise party yesterday for my former neighbor. And it was so amazing because all of his grandchildren had flown in from around the country and his 3 daughters, and everybody was asked to speak. And I said something about him because he's truly an extraordinary gentleman. He and his wife that have changed my life. And he was one of the first African-American POWs shot down in Vietnam. So he was a prisoner of war. And so the fact that he has come out, had a very successful life and has a legacy, and it's really the legacies we leave and the people that it's not just the places like you're talking about. It's like, who are we impacting and who is impacting us and how are we changing lives across the board? And that's really what I'm about. I'm about service and changing lives. And my core value is, I've shared with you, is leaving people better than I found them. And so being there and just being present with his friends he's known for over 50 years since college, and everybody spoke about it. Was just such an amazing thing. And like Cynthia said about making time for grandchildren, it was just a really blessed thing. And I'm so fortunate. And it was in their backyard, and they went out for lunch and their daughters swooped in and had it all set up. And then when they came back, they're like, surprise. And so they were super happy. So it was very fun.
Yes, thank you. It can be that simple. What are some other ideas or thoughts or feelings? Renee, how about you? Let's hear from you here, my dear friend.
All right. Well, you know what? And Joy, we got to see each other, how the universe works last week. And it's going to dinner like with my mom. We got also to go to the Hollywood Bowl last month, a couple months ago right now, and just doing things that are local. I love being out in nature. This morning I was walking around a beautiful golf course, no music on, but I heard the music of the nature. I saw the butterflies and the dragonflies and the birds and the trees and the blue sky. And it's like, that's a nirvana that you put yourself in that. And there's no cost other than the cost of good health, which is priceless. And that is something that you get to do. You don't have to go to get a gym membership. You can go walking, you can go jogging, you can just be out in nature. people used to say nature versus nurture. And to me, nature's always been nurturing. So it's not one versus the other. Nature is nurture. And that's my personal feeling. And to be able to enjoy it and to get out and exercise and be there is being present too. And creating my own memory.
It sure is. Beautiful thoughts. I mean, you can have kids, have camp out in the backyard. Our kids used to do that, put the tent up in the backyard and have it, pretend they're camping, or, ice cream social with a little block party with your neighbors and things like that. So I'm going to play another song, and this one, everyone, I just invite our audiences as well as our guests to just dream into this. This is what summertime to me is all about. And it's that reset, right? That just allowing us to take a deep breath. Here we go.
Golden sand stuck in my shoes. The ocean sang its lazy blues. Ice cream melting, sticky hands. Time slips away like tiny grains. We laughed, we ran, we swayed in time. A rhythm that's forever mine. Summertime memories, they're here to stay. Legacies of today for tomorrow's day. Fabulous fun, oh it never fades. Summertime memories in my heart, they parade. A kite got lost up in the sky. Our secrets whisper to the tide. The sun dipped low, the stars would glow. We carved the night with dreams to show. The moonlight danced across our eyes, a fleeting moment that never dies. Summertime memories, they're here to stay. Legacies of today for tomorrow's day. Fabulous fun, oh it never fades. Summertime memories in my heart, they parade. A kite got lost up in the sky. Our secrets whispered to the tide. The sun dipped low, the stars would glow. We carved the night with dreams to show. The moonlight danced across our eyes. A fleeting moment that never dies. Summertime memories, they're here to stay. Legacies of today for tomorrow's day. Fabulous fun, oh it never fades. Summertime memories in my heart, they parade.
Watching that, I just it brings me back. I live near the ocean here in Southern California. And when I go down to the ocean, what I love watching are the little kids playing with their buckets of, sand and racing in and laughing as they skirt from the waves. And just everyone seems to relax by the ocean and, in the mountains too, like where Cynthia is. And I used to live too, and just go out in nature and watch the butterflies and see the flowers out now. It's just so magical. Or, having that, impromptu, like Bodie, you had the neighbors party and everyone having a wonderful time and just feeling that glow. There's a glow about summer, right? There's a glow about summer, at least in the Northern Hemisphere too, But so let's talk a little bit. We've got a little bit more time, and kinds of thoughts do you all have about what you want to create next with your summertime? What are some of the things you're thinking about? Let's go to Bodie. Let's go to Bodie.
I would love to leave the country. I know it's funny. I've gone to Maui and Hawaii 13 times, but I have never left the country. So I know, never ever. And it's my goal. I shared with Joy, I have some health problems, and I'm hoping to attend her recode experience and to reset everything and get rid of some of that stored memory and all the things I've dealt with in my life that have held me back at some point. So I'm hoping that's a goal for next summer, to get on the calendar and be able to get out of the country. Other than going to Rosarito for one night for 24 hours, I have never been to Europe or any other place. So that's, John Astroff is a close friend of mine. He keeps saying, Bodie, get to Spain, get to New York. And he sent me a nice video. Said, this is for you, Bodie, when you traveled there last time. He said, please get out of the country and do yourself a favor and give yourself a gift. So I'm hoping to do that.
So where do you want to go? I mean, pick a country, any country. Where what's on your bucket
I would love to go to Italy and Greece. I would love Santorini. I would love to go to Italy. And I think going to Majorca, like I said, really, it looks beautiful. I'd like to go to Spain as well. So those are my bucket list items, and I'm hoping to get to add to my bucket list and get to go next summer.
We will hold that in our hearts and envision you getting out there and seeing your glowing pictures next year. We'll do another show, right? Where you've gone, what you've created. Cynthia, what about you? What about you?
Okay, Bodie expressed some of my desires to go to Italy. I haven't been to Italy for years. I have 2 cousins in Italy. Both sets of my grandparents came from Italy. And my kids have heard me say, I want to go to Italy. I'm going to Italy. And that is definitely on my radar. And so I'm putting it out there. Italy, here I come.
So, Cynthia, did I hear this right? You've never been to Italy?
I was to Italy many years ago.
Okay.
And I was in Norway in December, and I had the desire to hop on another plane and go down to Italy, but the planning didn't work well that way.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're going to envision you going to Italy, and hopefully your beautiful family will go with you to create that legacy of beautiful love too. Cheryl, what say you, young lady?
Well, I would go back to Italy at the drop of a pin. I loved it there. My husband and I, we've been married 10 years. We did our honeymoon there. We started in Cinque Terre, which is 5 little villages that you can walk to, take a train to, or take a boat to, but they're close together. And we went 1 week before tourist season opened, so we'd sit in the restaurants and talk to the chef and the owners and the families. We had such a good time. Then we went to Florence and saw all the incredible art, and we ended up at Lake Como, overlooking that magnificent lake, trying to figure out which one of those many gorgeous homes we wanted to own. But we had a blast, and the food in Italy is unbelievably good and clean. They won't let any of the chemicals on the food. So all the way around, it was an incredible experience.
Had to do that. Thank you, Cheryl. Speaking of Italy and food. And Renee, what say you, young lady?
I've never been to Hawaii, and I know many people have. My whole family had, but I had never. They'd done it separately in different parts. But I've never been, and I was going to go with my best friend one year, and we weren't able to go, and so I never did. So I'll say yet. I haven't yet. So that's something that I would like to still do.
That sounds absolutely fabulous. Gosh. And let's throw out some tidbits we have a few more minutes here for some of our guests or our audience here. What kind of advice do you have from your hearts? Because all of you have been able to create those lasting, beautiful memories that live on there, that you've shared with either loved ones, past and present, and probably future. What do you want to share with them? I mean, what what's your important message and nuggets of wisdom? Miss Cheryl, let's have you go next.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
I will admit that most of my favorite holidays have been someplace in nature. But one of the best vacations I ever took was taking the train from suburbia in LA into downtown LA. We stayed 3 nights at the Biltmore Hotel, which is the old hotel that was built at the turn of the last century, where presidents and famous people always stayed. And then we took the train all over Southern California from there and just played tourist. We went to Santa Monica. We ate in Pacific Palisades. We looked around. We ate on rooftops in downtown LA. We made ourselves completely at home in our home city. And it was so much fun. We met people on the train, and it was just the hotel was fabulous, the whole experience. You don't have to necessarily get away. You can do it right in your own backyard and make it fabulous.
I love that. I love that. And you had spoken before too, and I know that where each of us live, there are probably places that we have not even gone to or explored just because we get familiar, right? We get familiar. So, okay. So, Bodie, how about you? What's on your heart and mind to share with our audience right now?
What I would say is we always have things. We have a lot of possessions, and my mom passed away last year. So I spent several months cleaning out her house and storing things. And you realize it's not the things, it's the memories we make with the people we love. And that's what invest in time, take the time. I mean, I had a business 26 years. I grinded out 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And it was really when I got away, and I went away from my first vacation after owning the business for 23 years without my cell phone and computer, because I was always having to check things. It was a glorious time in Lake Arrowhead because it's really, we get so busy on the hamster wheel of life, and it's kind of stepping off, taking time and spending the memories with the ones we love, because you can't recreate that once they're gone. And especially it's poignant with my mom's passing and realizing like, hey, I have all her lovely things and memories, but it's making while people are here and alive. And that's why it was great being at the party yesterday, because why not have all your friends come together in your 80 and say what they love about you while you're still alive to hear it, right? So
I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Throw that party, take that trip, right? Call that person and yeah, no time like the present. All right. Cynthia, what say you?
Okay. Couple of things. One of my granddaughters who lives in Colorado Springs, we talked about getting together and going somewhere in Colorado to rent a cabin and inviting all the family members. And I'm hoping for that in October. Because everybody goes back to school, they have their activities, and they'll be back in school in October, so we can slip in a weekend there because it'll be nearby. And I am actually going to Boise, Idaho this coming Thursday with my son, because my granddaughter took a gap year, and she has been working really hard, and she's starting as a sophomore at Boise State. So she's taking her car, and we're doing this little journey to Idaho for about 4 days. So when these things appear, I am grateful to participate in them.
I love it. I love it. Seize it. Carpe diem, right? Seize it. Do it. Just do it. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. And gosh, that's going to be a beautiful road trip, especially doing that with your loved ones, your grandkids. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that sometimes. And Miss Renee, last words of wisdom for everyone before we say adieu and go out into the summer day.
Yeah. I think it's all been said here. Bodie, you said it best. It's like you don't have to get away to get away.
Right.
You don't have to get away to get away. And it's being present, being in your own backyard. Even Cheryl alluded to it, taking the train, going in LA. I'm in Southern California. There's the Laguna Beach. There's Newport Beach. There's a lot of beautiful places. and things to do. There's museums. There's so much that you can be a tourist in your own backyard and things that you've never done, that people come here as their getaway. And like we're leaving the place that people come to get away to go to where they live, because we don't really take advantage of the things we have. And that's not just on vacations, that's in our own present day and being present. What do we have available to us? Where can we escape sometimes in our own mind to just take a 20-30 minute escape from the daily grind of life and to go into that vacation for just a few minutes to reground ourselves. So we do have those things at our disposal whenever we want. Joy, thank you so much for inviting me and these beautiful guests to share our space and our voices with today.
Oh, you're welcome. Everyone has been incredible here. And, you know, I really, I want us here as, you know, us here on the show, as well as the audience out there, to really dream into what is meaningful to you in your life going forward, to create these memories that are going to live on in your hearts as well as in the hearts of others. And I mean, that truly is the legacy of love that we have. And that's why this has been such a special show, because we are dreaming into and remembering those times with our loved ones who maybe are not here anymore, or the times we created with our loved ones, to really, really share life. Just we're sharing life, and summertime, there's no better time than summertime to take that pause, to refresh, renew, and to just like take a deep breath before we go back into school coming up and our jobs, right? And even the holidays coming up in the middle of the year. It's a time when that even gets hectic. So summertime is that special, special time when most people say, let's spend it together with love, with memories, whether it's in your own backyard, seeing your beautiful state and national parks, traveling to another country, and just creating those memories that live on forever, right? So this has been an amazing show, just so heartfelt. And we will be very happy to have our audiences come back next week. We have another incredible show all about daring to learn, and with school on the horizon. Next week's show with one of our fabulous hosts, Kim O'Neill, is going to be all about learning. And aren't we all students of life? So till then, let's all have a fabulous, fabulous day with great love.
Thank you.
Thank you.